Hi everyone, and welcome to Dodo Bird Drawing. In today's Drawing an Extinct Animal video, I'm going to be drawing the Warrah, or Falkland Island Fox / Wolf again, but this time in a new style. One brief thing before I get into the video, though, I forgot to record the first part of the drawing again. So with that in mind, what I could undo, I undid and then redid at a slower speed up than normal so that you could at least see part of the process. However, the rest of it is not, that part of it's just not recorded. So I apologize for that, but the rest of it after that point is recorded. So, anyways, with that out of the way, let's roll the intro and let's get started. Okay, so I have my reference images somewhat pulled up, and here is the part of the sketch that I'm rapidly redoing after undoing them off screen. I couldn't get all of it, but at least most of it, so you're seeing that part of it now as I go through it at a slightly less sped up pace than the rest of the video, just because, I'm clicking redo about a billion times, so, it made sense to have it be slightly slower of a pace overall. Okay, at this point I begin coloring in the drawing, at least again still in the redo, including some tweaks to the tail from the previous drawing of the Warrah I made about a year and a few months ago, such as the black stripe on the tail. Then after adding the shading line in on the tip of the tail, I move in to add the white patch in for the chest and neck area, and I apologize if you can hear that noise in the background. It's something on my desk causing it, but I don't know what, so I apologize for it regardless. Anyway, at this point I then add in the nose, like so, and then add in a smile, which I will be changing later because I don't really like how it looks. I then add in my normal electric blue eye, but this takes me quite a while to get correctly. It just doesn't look right to me, so it takes a while for me to get it to something I'm at least somewhat happy with, though I do make more changes to it later on during the drawing process. Then after adding the light glint, I then move on to add in the inside of the ear bit, if that makes sense. So I tweak and get kind of a pinkish gray color and use that to fill in the ear, like so. Moving on, I then add a bit of more blending there just to make it look a bit more consistent. I then erase, I think, but I actually end up moving. Well, I knew I was just erasing it then because I had a mistake in recording earlier, but I decided, element of surprise. And anyway, I moved the eye a bit to a different position before smoothing out the head a bit more. Before my initial attempts to get the gray fur on the Warrah, it doesn't go very well, admittedly, with this attempt, so I decided to scrap it right about now. Yeah, after looking at my reference images, I scrap it and decide to just have a nice gray stripe on the back to get the general idea across and also looking pretty well as well. I then move on to doing the stuff in the background, beginning with the back hind leg, and then I add in the line for shading on the legs, like so, before moving on to doing the front back leg. That sounded wrong. And then I move on to do the other ear. I then remove the sketch outline and begin smoothing everything out, beginning with the tail, like so, going all the way through there, and a bit more through there, just going through, smoothing it all out, so that it looks all nice and good for just reference, I guess, and potential future video use, who knows. I then do a bit more smoothing out on the back and neck before moving into the ears, like so, and then I do a bit more smoothing out there near the head. At this point, I realize, or at least decide I need to fix the face a bit, so after looking at my reference images, I decide to remove a part of it to make it a bit more accurate to my reference images, which ultimately made it look a bit closer, though there's still some more work I do on it later on to make it look even better. I then move on to doing a bit more of the excess around the neck and chest area before moving on to the front leg, like so, going all the way through there and there, before doing a bit more through there and moving on to do the belly, like so, before moving on to the back legs, like so, and then going all the way up through there to do a bit more smoothing out through there, and then after that, I believe I do more on the face. Oh right, this is where I do a lot of work on the smile, try to make it look something slightly less derpy, but still, like, it looks kind of derpy at the end. I guess kind of less creepy would be one way to put it. I don't know. I think this is something similar to what I go with at the end. Yeah, it is. So no, it's not. I do a bit more, and I think that is what I go with in the end, which is good. Do a bit more smoothing out work on it before smoothing out the nose, and doing a bit more work through there, and then moving on to smoothing out the shading lines I did for the white patch, like so, going all the way through there, and a bit more through there, just to remove the excess of the main body that was still present, doing a bit more smoothing through there, and there, before doing a bit more smoothing on that, like, shading line, and then I do a bit more through here, I think? Yes, I do a bit more through here just to smooth it out a bit more, and then I move on to the back ear, like so, and then I believe I add in the dividing line at this point. No, I do a bit more smoothing on the head, and then I do the dividing line. No, I do a bit more smoothing on the back leg. Actually, no, I haven't done any prior. I do the smoothing on the back legs, like so, or the legs in the background, I should say, and do a bit more filling out work because there's a bit of empty space, so I realize on the other leg I can just draw the line and it'll cover it up. I then add in the dividing line like so, going all the way through there and through there, like so, and then do the same on the front leg as well, like so, going all the way through there and through there. I then do a bit more smoothing on the foot, like so, before I do something else, or I do a bit more on the face, removing a bit more to make it look slightly more accurate before not liking how it looked, making it dome out a bit more, and I smooth out that, like so, and I believe that is what I keep, I believe. So then, nope, I do a bit more filling out work, and then I remember to add in the dividing line for the ear, because I did not have that prior, and then do I do anything else? Well, based on the split in recording, I know it was doing a bit more tweaks to the tail because it was starting too far up, so I do those tweaks like so, and do a bit more smoothing out work on the tail and the area where it connects like so, and I believe, after a few more off-screen tweaks, that concludes my drawing of the Warrah, or the Falkland Islands Fox, or the Falkland Islands Wolf. What do you think of my drawing? Let me know in the comments down below. What extinct animals do you want me to draw in the future? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Bye!